Part of our hometown tours, we are talking about one of my favorite things. We're talking about wine. Tioga Winery and Distillery is a family-owned business that opened back in 2010 with only 50 grape plants. And now they have 26 acres of grapes, sell 20 different types of wine. They also make vodka and whiskey, so you're going to want to definitely check out that gem. But we want to come back out here live to the Opera House here in DeWitt. It's definitely a staple here, and I'm joined by Al Tubbs, a founding member of the Dewitt Theatre Company Board. Thank you so much for joining us and for your patience with my technical difficulties.
I'm glad to be here.
So this theater, this Opera House, such a staple, more than 140 years of history.
Yep.
Tell us about it.
Well, it was built in 1878, and it was built for originally vaudeville shows and so forth. And into the next century, we began to see silent movies. And then in the early 30s, it began to have movies with sound. And so at some point in the 30s, it became the Majestic Theater because it was more for motion pictures. And it lasted that way for 3 or 4 generations, or 3 or 4 decades, I should say. And it fell into disrepair. And it's such disrepair that it wasn't patronized and it wasn't working. And so the building came up for sale in 1979, and it was either going to be a warehouse or it was going to be torn down.
Okay.
And so a small group of people here in town marched up and down the street and raised enough money, $25,000, to buy it.
Yeah.
And we had found it structurally sound, but we had no architectural plans. Okay. And so the community came together. We had a lot of help from our local contractors, and we restored. We renovated, I should say, and not restored, because restoration was unaffordable to us at that time.
What do you think that says about the community that they saw this landmark and they decided, you know what, we're not gonna let this go away? I mean, right outside the theater walls, there's lists of names and businesses that contributed. What does that say about DeWitt?
Well, the community really came together in the early 80s, because here we had this thing and we wanted to renovate it and make it useful to the community, because it has been a focal point of the community. It's been a destination spot. And so the community rallied around it, and we were just going into the farm crisis years. And it really helped pull the community back together during those farm crisis years, because our Main Street did a major turnover during those years. But the theater, again, was a draw. Yeah. And so it was something everybody could rally around, and the community did a great job of supporting it.
Such a hard time for so many people flocking here, which is amazing. What are you hoping people feel when they walk into the theater today?
Well, I would hope that they would feel the historic significance of the building. It's one of the oldest buildings in town. I would hope that they feel that it's a comfortable space. I would hope that they feel that it's still an anchor in our community. Because if we didn't have this, people would be always going out of town for movies. And the theater is also used for other local events. Yeah. There's travelogue here, and sometimes church services. And so it's more than just a movie theater. It's a gathering place in DeWitt.
That's amazing. And one thing that I thought was really unique is sometimes the smaller theaters aren't able to get those new released movies. Sometimes it's, you're getting something that's just, it's been out for a while. But you guys don't have that. You're airing Little Mermaid. Right?
We have been blessed with having operators here that have connections and are able to get those first-run movies. And saying that, I have to mention the Pritchard family. The Pritchard family began to manage the theater part of it, the movie theater part of it, in 1985. And they were here for 35 years, and so it's just been recently that we have a new group of managers, but the Pritchard family did a wonderful job and made it be what we all dreamed that it could be. And so now we have Steve and Michelle Martins that are managing, and I might mention that the ticket price is still $5.
Which is incredible. I mean, inflation has hit everything, but not the ticket prices here. So that and the concessions also very
That's correct. And so I have to go back and look at the board. The board has stuck with it because the Dewitt Theatre Company is a 501c3, so it's publicly owned, but it's leased to an operator at a very affordable rate. such that they can keep the prices at $5.
Wow. Well, Al, thank you so much for taking the time. This is just, I mean, it's been such an incredible experience to be able to walk in here, and I hope that you at home are able to take a moment to come out here and watch a movie. Like I said, Little Mermaid's airing right now. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for asking.
Absolutely.